Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Simply Michelle. Happy to have you. And if you're here for the first time, I have been reading the story called The Promise, written by moi, of course. So let's get into it a little. So far, we have seen where Ben and Tessa, they have had their daughter. You know, Tessa have been sick, have been healed, back home with the family. Then there was a surprise 4th year anniversary for Ashley and Sam. And if you have been following the story, then you know that Ashley and Sam, they're no stranger at all to the story, and they have been together for a while. So last week we have learned that the family, the community, was surprising the happy couple of 4 years with a happy anniversary surprise party get together. However, there was a twist where Ashley and Sam also have their own surprise of being pregnant for about 3 months, and they sprang it on everyone. And Tessa and Ashley, they have had their moment in the late night banding, because you know they're best friends. So this week, let's continue with the story and see what is happening in the happy village of Ohio. So let us see what is happening in the community. So without itching, let's get... Oh, hold on a minute, guys. So of course, we know that we're coming to the end of July. So it is one of my busiest season because my paid profession, myself, I sew, and this is one of the busiest time we're back to school. So I have to be trying, and as a new, what would you say, editor, I edit my own videos now. So the real editors of the family are not on the island, so the chief stands alone. So I'm asking you to be patient with me. I may not be able to push out the stories as I would have frequently done because of this busy rush period. And those are NYT, you know the thing. You haven't been seeing my face as much. Have not forgotten you. There's no love lost. I'm just busy. So yes, with that being said, you may see I try to improvise with other things until I'm able to run the stories. So stick with me, and thank you for reaching almost 1,000 subscribers. Hey, yes, we're on our way, and thanks to you, my beautiful friends and supporters. Well, with that mouthful, without itching, let's get right into the story. 2 months later, the leaves were just starting to turn. Morning had grown crisp with golden light spilling across the porch steps. Inside the Ollins home, the air smelled of nutmeg, brown sugar, and something gently roasting in Mrs. Jones' slow cooker. Tessa leaned on the kitchen island, her arms cradling a drowsy Ayana, now 3 months old and beginning to smile at everyone like she had a secret. Across from her, Ashley sat nibbling on a piece of toast smeared with guava jam, one hand absolutely rubbing her small but growing bump. Tessa smiled, watching her. "You are glowing, Ash," she said. Ashley gave her a tired look. "I am bloated and emotional, and I have already cried 4 times this morning. Once because Sam folded the laundry wrong." Tessa chuckled. "You are officially in the club." But Ashley added with a soft sigh, looking down at her belly, "I have never been happier. Every fluttery, ever stretched. It really reminds me that something beautiful is coming." "Have you told your mom yet?" "Last week, she screamed so loud, I had to take the phone away. She already started crushing a blanket. They both laugh and sip tea, the silence between them sweet and easy. Brent's journey. Upstairs, Brent stood in the front of his mirror, adjusting the collar of his button-down shirt. It wasn't anything too fancy, just a navy shirt, fitted jeans, and his cleanest sneakers. But for him, it was a statement. He was nervous. "Yo, Brent," came Julie's voice from the hallway. "She's here," shouted Julie. He took a deep breath and grabbed the small box of cupcakes. He asked Mrs. Jones to help him decorate, each one piped with neat little roses. Downstairs at the front door stood Nyla, a girl from church, 17 like him, quiet, thoughtful, with braids that brushed her shoulders and a way of speaking that made you want to lean in and listen. She smiled when she saw him. Hey, he handed her the box in reply. "My grandma and I made these for your mom." Nyla blushed. "That's really sweet. You didn't have to." "I wanted to." He passed. "I like talking to you. Would you want to maybe hang out next weekend? Like, not with anyone else, just us?" Her eyes lit up. "I like that." From the staircase, Ashley peeked around the corner and whispered to Tessa, "I knew it. That boy's got the soft heart and look." Tessa smiled, her chest warmed. Brent was growing into himself, thoughtful, kind, steady, becoming the man she always believed he would be. Late that night, Brent sat on the porch swinging, earbuds in, sketchpad balanced on his knee. He was working on a drawing, an abstract piece he'd been chipping away at for weeks, when Tessa stepped outside with Ayana in her arms. She eased down beside him, bouncing the baby gently. "You like her?" Tessa asked softly. Brent looked up. "Nyla? Yeah, I mean, she's cool. She listens. She makes you smile different," Tessa teased gently. He grinned, then looked at Ayana. "How is she doing?" "Gassy, but she's a champ," said Tessa. Brent reached out and touched Ayana's hand, his voice thoughtful. "You know, when you got sick, I didn't know how to say it, but I was scared I'll lose you. I didn't know if I could take care of her alone. I didn't even know if I'll be strong enough." Tessa placed her hand on his shoulder. "You were strong, Brent. You have become someone I deeply respect. And no matter how old you get, you'll always have me." He nodded, eyes a little glassy. "Aw, you are allowed to grow up," she said softly. "You are allowed to feel, to love, and yes, even to fall for a girl who wears lavender lip gloss, listens to old soul records." He laughed. "Oh, Mom," wiping his eyes. "She does, actually." They sat in quiet, mother and son, as Ayana drifted off to sleep between them. Somewhere down the road, Ashley and Sam's house glowed warmly, laughter and soft music spilling out their windows. And as the stars came out, blinking like little promises over the trees, the Allen family settled into their new season, one filled with healing, new life, young love, and the simple beauty of being together. Saturday afternoon, the day of the date. Brent stood in the bathroom in front of the mirror, giving himself a final look. His short afro was trimmed neatly, his cologne subtle, and his heart racing like he was about to take a final exam. Downstairs, he could hear Ayana babbling and the soft click of dishes being washed in the kitchen, the sound that grounded him. He wasn't the same boy from just a few months ago, the one who braced for disappointment and kept his walls too high for anyone to climb. No, things were different now. Tessa, he called out, have you seen my denim jacket? In the laundry room, she replied. He turned the corner and ran right into Ben, who was coming in front of the garage holding a toolbox. Brent stepped back, slightly awkward. Ben gave him a once over and smiled. You look good. Big date today? Brent gave a half smile. Yeah, we're going to the botanical gardens. There's a jazz thing there. Ben's eyebrows lifted in surprise. Nice choice. That's a grown man stuff, don't you think? Brent laughed a little. Trying to do it right. I'm just trying to learn from the best. There was a short silence between them, comfortable but expectant. Brent shifted his weight from one foot to the other, then cleared his throat. Hey, can I ask you something? Ben nodded. Of course, son. Brent hesitated, then asked, what if I don't know how to be someone's everything? Like what? If I mess up or say the wrong thing or scare her off? Ben leaned against the hallway, setting the toolbox down. You will mess up, he said honestly. That's just part of it. But it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, open, honest, and listen more than you talk. Brent looked at him thoughtful. You don't have to be her everything, Brent. Ben continued. Just be real. Be the guy who brought her cupcakes for her mom. Be the guy who watched his little sister while his mom was in the hospital. That guy, that's more than enough. Brent swallowed. You don't have to be her everything, Brent. Ben continued. Just be real. Be yourself. Be that guy who brought her cupcakes for her mom. Be the guy who watched his little sister while his mom was in the hospital. That guy? Asked Brent. That's more than enough, said Ben. Brent swallowed a lump in his throat. You really think so? I know so, said Ben, his voice steady. And listen, I am proud of you for trying, for stepping up, for letting yourself care. Brent stared down at his shoes. Then he again said, Thanks, man. Thank you, Dad. I know I never said it, but I appreciate you for being there, for all of it, said Brent. Ben smiled, walked over and gave him a quick, firm clap on the shoulder, the kind that said, I got you, without needing any more words. I'll have the car ready in 10, said Ben. Let me drive you. She'll be impressed. Brent grinned. Cool. Later that evening, the date. The botanical gardens glow with the string lights and soft draws as Brent and Nyla walked slowly along the winding stone path. She wore a pale yellow sundress and smelled like lavender and sunscreen. Brent carried 2 lemonades and a small sketchbook tucked under his arm. They sat near the pond, ducks drifting lazily by. The Judds trio in the distance played something old and easy. So, Nyla said with a playful smirk, what made you pick this place? She asked. Brent shrugged, a little shy. It's peaceful and I like quiet space where people aren't trying too hard to be seen, said Brent. She tilted her head, watching him. You are not like other guys, I noticed, Brent. He laughed nervously. Is that good? That's great, said Nyla. They sat for a moment sipping their drinks. Then Brent pulled the sketchpad onto his lap and flipped to a page. I drew something for you, he said. He showed her a delicate pencil sketch, a girl in a garden surrounded by balloons, her head tilted to the side, hair in braids, hands resting gently in her lap. Nyla stared wide-eyed. Is that me? He nodded. It's how I see you, Nyla. She blinked back emotion and touched the edge of the paper softly. No one have ever done something like that for me before. Brent smiled, a bit nervous but deeply happy. I wanted you to know you mattered to me, he said. Back at home later that night, Ben was in the garage wiping down Ayana's stroller when he heard footsteps. Brent walked in, still holding the sketchpad. Ben looked up. So? Brent just grinned, all teeth. Ben chuckled. That good, huh? Yeah, Brent said. I think I really like her. Ben nodded slowly. Good. Then take care of her heart, and she will take care of yours, said Ben. Brent hesitated again, then stepped forward and awkwardly, but sincerely, hugged Ben. Thanks for being there. You didn't have to, but you did. Ben pat his back gently. Always, my boy, always. As the house went quiet that night and Ayana's breathing hummed through the baby monitor, Tessa looked out from the upstairs window and saw them below, Ben and Brent, laughing softly under the moonlight, the porch light casting a warm halo over them. A father, a son, and a beginning. And in that moment, she knew they were building something sacred, something that would last. And guys, we will break here for today. And you have reached thus far in the video. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. So, if you have not yet subscribed, do so. do so. It would be greatly appreciated. And thank you all for coming in. And yes, as I always say, Philippians 4 verse 30. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. So whatsoever you find to do today, do it to the best of your ability.